be my current horse, Ferrero, stable name Rivaldi. Whilst I was in Germany in 2006, I started looking around for another horse that would take me into the international competition ring, and we sort of came across him. I suppose the highlight so far was getting selected to represent Australia in the qualifying for the Olympics, which was held at the Nationals in Sydney a few months ago. Not that we actually did our best performance there, that would be classed as one of my worst performances. But again, a nice big learning curve for me in that one. So most days are our best performances. Oh, now that's still very current and fresh in my mind. From a month ago, we had a very bad competition in Sydney. A lot of people say I've got a monkey on my back in Sydney, and I think they're probably right on that. But you have to just move on and use that as a sort of a big step and go, well, you don't want to go down there too often, and proceed on back uphill again. Oh, that's going to be a very difficult one to choose another dressage horse after having such a great and wonderful partnership that I've had with Ferrero. Because as you can see, he's got plenty of character on my shoulder at the moment, which 90% of the time you wouldn't allow horses unless you know them very well. But just to have foremost is a very good character on the ground, and for the competition ring, well, they need to be quite spirited for that and be able to really step up to the benchmark, because it is quite high pressure for them as well to perform with the spectators and at events. I suppose one that doesn't really want me to be riding him. I definitely not accept something that tries to ditch me every time I want to go for a ride. I don't particularly like them if they've got vices, if they're biters or windsuckers or weavers or kickers. I don't like those. Top of the list would be my boots, followed by my saddle. They're my must-haves. And then a bridle would be a really good thing. Always close at hand though is the pitchfork, because they're always making a mess, and that's what we're here to do, is clean up after them. They are the masters and we are the servants. Consistency with the grooms that look after them, consistency with the riders also, if you're not the only one riding it, is not to change the riders too often, but keep the same rider riding that horse for a period of time before moving on to different riders. The funniest thing, I suppose funny for everyone else and not for me, would probably be the best one. I guess that would have been my, when I was probably about 15, I was doing cross country at the time. There was a lovely combination of the water fence. We jumped in too big at the beginning of the combination, and of course totally unseated me, and I went straight over its head into the drink. That would probably be the most humorous thing that's happened. I can look back on that now and definitely laugh about it. At the time I wasn't too happy. This morning we fed him, stable got mucked out. I then took him for a ride for about half an hour, I suppose, 45 minutes. That was just a big walkout, just letting him relax and just get some movement in, because he's locked up, of course, in the stable at competitions. Where at home he does go out to the field for 3 hours a day. He came back, he then had morning tea after I rode him, because he's very peckish. Then we did a little bit of lunch feed, and then he just went for his shampoo. So he had a tub, and he's now had his proper lunch snack now, and he's quite happy there. And this afternoon he will have a magnetic blanket put on him to warm up his back before I start competing. And another afternoon tea, he has that before we ride as well. I can't work him on an empty stomach, he doesn't think that's much fun. And then that will lead us through then into the comp tonight, and we do an hour's warm up before our class. I think probably we need to introduce replay videoing. I think that would be a really interesting one to introduce to the sport for the future. Just like they do in tennis, we could go, excuse me, we don't agree, can you replay that and give us a mark? I think that would be quite interesting.